All right, so for 12 divided by 6, we would start with saying that it's equal to 110 plus 2 ones. And so our picture then would look like the one stick, the 2 ones. And probably with this also, I might start with kids with actual base 10 blocks and have them like build this along with their picture. And then we would ask, can we break this up into 6 groups? And you know, they understand that you can divide the number 12 into 6 groups, but the way that we've drawn it right now, we can't break those 3 pieces into these 6 groups. So the answer is no. So we need to trade in the 10 for 10 ones. And we've kind of already gotten to that language a bit with carrying and borrowing, or I guess regrouping with addition and subtraction. So they're used to this idea of trading in ones for 10s and vice versa and so on. So we decided to trade in the 110 for 10 ones. So then our new picture would look like this with just 12 ones. And so, yes, I can break that up into 6 groups. And we talked a little bit about the 2 different ways you can actually divide these. So one would be to just kind of start with my 6 groups and say 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and so on. And then do it again until I have nothing left. Another way would be to do it would be to say, and we didn't obviously use this representation, but we had previously talked about with word problems the fact that this could also be 6 groups, or not 6 groups, groups of 6. And if I were to create groups of 6, then I would have 2 groups. But I kind of chose to do this like representation, I guess, of division for long division because it made more sense to kids. So basically, the idea here is that we have to regroup the 110 and 2 ones into 12 ones in order to divide into 6 groups. So for moving on from there, that was pretty straightforward to them. But then we decided to go to bigger place values. So we looked at something like, can I move on? 120 divided by 6. And so 120 divided by 6, well, right now that's 100, 2 10s, and 0 ones. We don't need to write that down. And so that would look like the 100 and 2 10s. And so again, just like the other example, we can't break that up into 6 groups because right now we only have really 3 things since the 100 is all blocked together right now. So no, we can't do that. We need to trade in the hundreds, the 100, for 10 10s. So that means then that we're taking this into 12 10s. And I guess the picture representation was really important here because then it's not going from 10s to 1s, which is something that they were pretty comfortable with before from addition particularly, but now they're going from hundreds to 10s. And so we have to think about this as 12 10s. We also talked a little bit about the fact that you know this because 12 times 10 is equal to 120. So if I have 12 10s, I'll get 120. So this was a really big part of the language for this, was that you have to think of 120 as 12 10s. Now if I'm dividing that into 6, I can break that up into 6 groups, and again, it's going to be 2 10s inside each group. So, in other words, this is kind of the way we started thinking about it. The 12 is equal to 110 and 2 ones, or 12 ones, and 120 is 100 plus 2 10s. And when you divide, 12 10s, equal to 12 10s. And the cool thing about the answer here then is that they now see that they have 2, but you have to think really carefully about what is the place of the 2. And it's 2 10s is inside each group, so my answer is 20. So they're really like connecting, I guess, here the idea that 120 divided by 6 is similar to 12 divided by 6, but it's all about what is the value of the things that you're breaking up. And so if you have 12 10s instead of 12 ones, your answer is going to be 20 and not 2.
About how long did you have them practice this for?
Probably about 3 days or so. It took them a really long time to get comfortable with like calling this 12 10s rather than 120 or 100 plus 2 10s. And really, I think we talked a lot about the trick of the zeros and understanding that if there's 1 0 there, then it's some number of 10s. If it's 2 zeros there, then it's some number of hundreds. It's 12 hundreds. And so that really helped a lot. We'd also, before this, done some math minutes with multiplication with multiples of 10. So we'd also talked about going the other way. Like they were comfortable with the fact that 3 times 4 equals 12, and so therefore 3 times 40 is equal to 120. So it was kind of just doing the reverse of that. So we practiced a lot with that. And let me see. We did a lot more before we went into long division. Let me see.